So, Joel, what did you think of the Minecraft movie?
I think the Minecraft movie is perhaps the greatest film I've ever seen in the past 3 hours.
You know, I would agree with that assertion.
I'm glad. The movie, for reference, I'm not much of a movie connoisseur. The only movie I've ever seen was what did I see? I saw Oppenheimer. So everything that I could compare it to is like Oppenheimer.
All right.
Initial thoughts, I come in because I knew it was going to be a fun movie, and fun I did have.
Yeah, absolutely. The theater experience with this was a lot of fun. It was kind of Barbie-esque, where like the whole audience is there to just have a great time. Whenever Jack Black says like a Minecraft reference, people would lose their shit. There were probably 4 or 5 like mass applauses, like water bucket, woo, woo, flint and steel, woo, woo,
chicken jockey.
Yeah. It was weird because I'm sitting there and like, I don't know, I don't want to be like a big stick in the mud, but I'm like, guys, he said like these are things that are in Minecraft. Like that's all he's doing. I don't know. So I was just like,
What if our entire review was in villager language and you just translated it through text?
I could do this for half an hour, and I know you can too, so that's the dangerous thing. On the villagers, I thought they looked really creepy.
No, definitely. Anything that is flesh-colored and square, probably not natural in any way.
Look really weird. I guess you'd call that like the art design. I thought that was sometimes like, I love the way the skeletons looked.
I like the creepers too.
The creepers looked really good. The iron golems, the ghast looked really good. The iron golem with the boots of swiftness.
Yeah. Not the zombies. Why do they have fingers?
I don't know. The zombies, I was like, at least they're green.
Yeah.
But just the villagers with their like totally blocky heads with their fleshy bodies, like it's very uncanny valley. It is just I did not like looking at them.
No, yeah, definitely not the best design.
No.
I feel like there was a way to make them better, but at least they kept them entirely black, so I gotta give them credit for trying.
They did stay true, I'll agree to that. I wonder if it was just like they were too detailed, because your Minecraft villagers are like just the clothes and then like the one skin texture and then they're doing the sleeve thing. So it was like the fact that it's like, here's a detailed human face.
It did not work in the Minecraft movie. I think it reminds me of a movie that I once heard about, Detective Pikachu, the movie, where some of the like Mr. Mime, that's another skin color.
That is kind of Mr. Mime. I see what you're going for, except it's like, I don't remember Mr. Mime being in Detective Pikachu that much. One of the things that I did not like about, and I enjoyed like the theater experience, but the actual movie, I don't know. I don't want to just like take a huge dump on the Minecraft movie, cause like, how does that help anyone?
It does not,
But there's the main plot, which is like our cast of characters are in Minecraft and they gotta do Minecraft things. And then at least 2 times it says, all right, we have this important plot that you kind of came here to see. What is this vice principal doing with this villager? We gotta see what their romantic dinner is like. We need to see the vice principal hit him with a car. We need to see them go out to a dinner. We need to see them go out to the dinner again. We need to see them take it to the bedroom at the very end. We gotta see them have an amorous night of weird Minecraft love.
Right?
That is very important to the plot.
It's true.
And just, this movie is an hour 40 minutes. It was just, it felt, I don't know. I don't want to just like, here are the 40 things that don't work in the Minecraft movie. Number 1, weird looking villagers. Number 2, villagers in relationships with humans. Number 3, the plot, I think, is very blunt.
Very blunt.
And maybe that's because, you know, we are not the target demographic for the Minecraft movie, although, in a weird way, we were probably, our age group was, I would like to say, fairly represented in that theater.
They knew that we were going to go anyway.
Yeah.
But I understand with what you mean with, the plot was direct. They would say something, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
Then Family Guy cutaway, we're doing it right now. No build-up whatsoever, but the moment they did it the first time, I was like, it's gonna be like that. That's what I'm going in for. I'm gonna love every second of it.
There's like no time for dead air. Like there is
none.
One little bit where Dawn and Natalie, the older sister, are hanging out and they're separated from the rest of the party. And Natalie's like, man, I'm a bad sister. And Dawn's like, dude, it's hard being an adult. You're trying your best, man. And I was like, that is a nice little breath of character that I got.
The 1 minute.
The 1 minute in this movie. Because otherwise it's like, ooh, Minecraft Steve, we're going to the village. And we're going to the village where we will gear up and get TNT and rockets and nether realms. And we need to go to the woodland mansion. But oh no, ghasts are attacking the city. And it was just like this constant... you know, because we're trying to keep the younger folks entertained.
There was a lot more action that I would have expected in a Minecraft movie.
Yeah,
you know?
There are 2 different. Go get them, my creature, my general from Malbosia. Or Malgosia, whatever it is. I want to think of like the Spawn Malbosia, but like the, go get them. Go get Steve and the gang. Yeah.
Get 'em.
And then, because that's a whole scene where she'll be like, go get them. And the guy will be like, yeah, okay. All right, I'm gonna go blow up this village. All right, I'm sorry, Malbosia. I did not blow up the village. I did not get this sacred jewel. And she's like, bleh. Well, here's another one. Ha ha. It's,
And that guy's name was Chungus, right?
Yes, I think that was a General Chungus.
Just a General Chungus, yeah.
I think is intentional.
You know what? I thought I was mishearing it. It's like...
No, there's like... The names in this were... There's General Chungus. I think there's Malgosia is like the Grand Witch.
Yes.
I think the Big Pig was just called the Big Pig.
I think so.
Or
they put the brain in him finally.
Yeah. Outside of that, I think everyone just has pretty much regular names. Like Travis is a random piglin.
Oh, yeah.
Your Steves, your Garretts.
Steve, Garrett, Henry, that kept getting called Hank. But no one addressed it at all. And I'm like, I feel like they had to address it at least once, you know?
That did kind of stick out.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it is like Henry short for Hank, but it wasn't like, oh, here's a scene where Garrett's gonna call him Hank, and Nana's gonna be like, dude, his name is Henry. Call him Henry.
Yeah, you would expect that in, like, a movie like this, but they didn't do it at all. It's like, that subverted my expectations in a way I didn't think it would.
Yeah, very generous. I really liked Jason Momoa. Okay, I think the standout of this movie for me is that you could put Jack Black in a purely CGI like room, and he will not care at all. He will be like, yes, this is a Flint and Steel, and we'll go,
oh, like Flint and Steel, baby.
He'll say Minecraft, and we'll go, whoa. He's absolutely swinging his swords. I can see him like doing like the Luigi like left smash, where he's like boo into the things, and that.
Surprise attack.
He very much cooks in this.
I don't think there could be a better Steve, to be honest, you know?
No. I cannot think of anyone who would be better in this role. Cause he's not here to like suck up a lot of airtime. He's here to deliver a lot of exposition. He's here to be a lot of fun. He's here to also be able to take it serious.
Yep. He gets the plot going. It revolves around him.
There's a lot of adult characters in this movie that I think is aimed mostly at younger audiences.
That surprised me too. I think half the cast was
Well, so you got of our party, there's Noah, who's middle school, early high school. There's Natalie, who's old enough to be a legal guardian, 18, 19,
I really
17.
thought she was like 15, 16, but I'm like, I have no idea.
Yeah. Old enough to drive a smaller minor across the country. There's Dawn, whose actress I recognize but can't remember, who's just an adult.
Yep.
There's Steve, who's an adult, and there's Garrett, who's an adult.
Jason Momoa.
And you can be like man-child, but
he's Aquaman.
He is Aquaman. It was so, at one point, I like flashed back to him doing horrible things in Game of Thrones, and I was like, he has had a weird career, this Jason Momoa. But I imagine he's probably going to get a pretty profit out of this, because I noted he produced it too.
Oh, did he?
Got the ball rolling in some degree, and hopefully this is to his benefit. Did you get a sort of like Ken vibe from him from like the Barbie movie?
Oh yes.
Like he's trying to kind of ape that, this like...
He had the same pink cowboy.
Yeah. And it's kind of like...
Trying to be cool.
Fake, cool, but like this fake macho...
Yeah. It was very interesting character. It's exactly what they were going for. I think it could have been executed better.
There's a lot of... I think if I was 12 and I was huge into Minecraft, I would sit down and I'd be like, I enjoyed seeing this in theaters if like I went to a friend's birthday party. Mm-hmm. But if I put this next to like Sonic 3, I absolutely know which movie 12-year-old me would want to watch again. And it's not Minecraft. I think the plot just isn't very strong. I don't think any of the character beats are really very strong. Noah gets an arc which is like, hey, it's tough being creative, but you gotta be creative, dude.
Yeah.
And Steve is like, oh, wait, that's my arc too, I guess. All right. Garrett doesn't really get anything to do. He's just kind of...
Yeah.
I'm a bum. I'm a bum who gets like my own exposition scene. And I'm a bum who needs money. But then don't worry about the money part. I don't know if he actually got any of those diamonds.
Where did the diamonds go? Like... I guess with all they were able to open up that new, at the end. The new shop. I guess you need some diamonds to open up something like that, you know?
Well, that's the thing. It's like, it's not... I like the movie in my head that I wrote more when I was like, hey, I think Jason Momoa is gonna betray the party for all this gold. Because Jason Momoa is a down-on-his-luck businessman, and he needs money. Mm-hmm. And who also really covets money? Malbosia, the evil pig witch. Okay, so she gives him some money, he does a sneaky little thing, betrays the party, does the thing. Okay, I'm very sorry, guys. I'm Jason Momoa. My bad. I'll show up at the very end.
Redemption arc.
But this, it's like, hey, Steve, I've got this wicked jewel here that also has no financial value.
Show me the money, Steve.
You better give me these diamonds that probably won't be worth a whole lot in real life because they look really weird, but I don't really know diamond conversion rates. And even then, we're not going to like really care about it, but we're going to have one scene where Noah's going to go, dude, what the flip, Jason Momoa? You almost killed us.
Why would you do that?
And Jason Momoa was like, no, don't be mad at me. And I was like,
I'm an adult. Right. I need money. I have rent to pay.
There's this weird tension between like being a Steve in a fantasy world where you can just stop being an adult and go live in Minecraft. Yeah. And I don't think the Minecraft movie would benefit from being like, hey, you cannot be Steve. You cannot be living in Jumanji, doing your own thing. You gotta be an adult sometimes. I don't think that would benefit the movie. But it's also weird to have this message of like, oh yeah, go create, and some people are gonna be annoying. Alright, that's it. Okay, that is the emotional depth of our theme. Sonic 3, way better. Oh, yeah. Much stronger themes in Sonic 3. I fully agree. I really don't think it is worth trying to, like, run through a plot synopsis to this.
No.
Because a lot of it is just, alright.
We're gonna do this.
Steve is in Minecraft. Jason Momoa, down on his luck. The kids all go into Minecraft. They're like, what's Minecraft? Steve is like, this is what Minecraft is.
The Flint and Steel.
Absolutely. And then Oh no, you've got the Great Orb.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Great Orb.
I don't...
Earth Orb or something. The Earth Crystal.
That is another thing. There are really no stakes to this.
Yeah.
Because
there's multiple of them, right?
Nothing... The movie doesn't necessarily have to be like, alright, I'm Malboja, I'm gonna go take over Earth.
Mm-hmm.
That, I think, is a clearer stake. The movie doesn't have that and it doesn't need it. But Malboja lives in the Nether Realm. Steve and company live in the Overworld.
Yeah.
Malboja wants the blue crystal. Yes, we have the Nether Realm, and we have the Overworld.
Mm-hmm.
Malboja wants the blue crystal so that she can go to the Overworld, right?
Yes.
She regularly sends people from the Nether Realm to the Overworld.
Yes.
Without the blue crystal.
Yep.
What is the value of the blue crystal?
I have no idea other than yeah, what is the point? I'm trying to figure it out, because why does she want this blue crystal that allows you to go into the Overworld when her and her species can't even go to the Overworld without taking drinkable steroids to not be zombified?
The one notable difference, and maybe this is like a fun Minecraft thing, is that Nether Wart would, like, creep out of the portal when she has this big orb of power. That's the only difference. I think that she could, because she does...
Oh wait, I think I remember. She wanted to destroy all creativity because she was made fun of during her talent show. And with that orb, she can go into the Overworld and destroy all creativity.
That's another thing, though. I feel like you're setting up a villain who's like, hey, I'm a bad person, and I'm a bad person because people dumped on me when I was trying to be creative. We have this whole movie about how it's important to be creative, even in spite of critics, bullies who are gonna snip the wire on your jetpack, people who are gonna try to hold Steve down into, like, having a job and whatnot, people who aren't whatever Jason Momoa, he fits in there somehow. And then the movie's like, alright, we have this villain who is much like our heroes and kind of like a dark, twisted version of what, like an evil Steve could be. And we have this scene where we've beaten the villain and Steve is like, hey, what's up, Malboja? And Malboja's like, hey, this would be a perfect time for me and you to have a conversation about, like, the value of creativity and how you could say to me, dude, Malboja, you just gotta dance. You gotta not let the critics hate you. You gotta stop listening to the haters, Malboja. You need a dance party right now. And the movie goes, nuh-uh. Malboja's gonna try to stab Steve with a knife once. Gonna do it again. Gonna joke about it a third time. And that, I don't know.
And she just rots. That's it.
And that's the end of her arc. And we don't need that. The movie works A to B with no arc for our villain.
None whatsoever. Like, they're exactly the same as when they start, you know?
Yeah. That just seems like a kind of really easy opportunity to tie your theme and narrative together. But no. That just doesn't happen. Noah gets to change, because the whole movie is, you gotta be creative, and you can't let people not
build a jetpack.
You gotta be able to build a jetpack, and even when bullies snip the wires on your jetpack, and you blow up the town, Potato,
do it again.
Yeah, do it again. This time the jetpack will work, no problem. And Noah gets that, because Noah gets the jetpack in the end, huzzah. But really, no one else really does anything in this.
Yeah, I'm trying to think did anyone else accomplish anything major other than the adult character? Oh, wait, I guess when they tried to wrap up everything, Nat became a self-defense.
That was, they do, at the very end, so we win the big battle. And
here's
we
what
have
happens in the future.
Yeah, this is, okay, so this character does this character does this. Natalie is all of a sudden like, oh, I'm big into violence and, like, self-defense. That was not at all the Natalie we've gotten anywhere up to there. The one beat we have with her is at the very, or I guess two. At the very beginning, she's like, dang, it sure is tough being an older sister who's, like, also a mom. And Dawn is like, hey, dude,
being an adult sucks.
Being an adult sucks, but you're doing a good thing. And,
Yeah.
you know, like, plus rep, go you. And halfway through, Natalie's like, oh, man, I sure am a bad sister. And Dawn's like, dude, no, you're not. Being an adult is hard. You gotta keep persevering. And then it's like, alright, here's another hour of the movie. Alright, Natalie, she likes beating up pigs. That's her shtick. That's what she does now.
And I was like, wow, that's very reductive. Like, you know?
Yeah, it's just a weird, like, pivot that had nothing to do with anything up to there.
I thought she could have been, like, a great advocate for, like, foster children or something, you know? Like, something... I feel like that would have accomplished more for her.
I think, harder to sell in the Minecraft movie.
It is a lot harder.
That makes more sense for the character of Natalie. Well, we don't even really get a lot of character for Natalie.
No, we don't.
For an hour-and-a-half movie, there's a lot of filler, and there's a lot of stuff that I want more of, if that makes sense. Like, there's a lot of, Ender Pearl, and TNT, Redstone, here's my song about my spicy lava chicken joints.
That did look delicious.
Yeah, it did look delicious, but that's like 40 seconds of...
It was 40 seconds, if not more.
Jack Black singing a song, and we're gonna reference that song later in the pig realm, and, I don't know, I'd like to think that we could kind of use our hour 40 minutes a little bit better. And, I mean, we're going through this with a fine-tooth comb here, because we're not 12, but I'm trying to think of other movies in this, like, adult or fun for the whole family genre. And there's, like, your Sonics, which I think the Sonic 3 blows this out of the water.
Sonic 3 is fantastic.
Probably about, like, Sonic 1, Sonic 2 tier, but I don't even know if I would say that. And there's, like, your Mario movie. But I also just think the movie looks ugly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of just really flat CG, and if it's not Jack Black, who apparently can thrive in this environment and have all the energy to bring this movie together, like, if it's Natalie or Noah who are just tumbling on the ground, I just really don't buy it.
I'm like, I see the green screen, you know? I just feel the green screen behind you when they're acting.
And some of the things, the villager, they look really ugly, and the sheep look really ugly.
The animals,
The animals just kind of look really ugly, and that's a lot of the runtime is just, hey, look at this.
Look at this
Ender Pearl, sheep, llama, and it's like...
I think some of the animals had more screen time than a character development, you know?
Yeah, or there's... the Jason Momoa versus Baby Zombie thing. That's, like, fun trailer stuff.
Yeah.
That's getting my 8-year-old excited back into this movie. But it's not...
Did
that need to be as long as it is?
I'm like, all we needed was Chicken Jockey. That's all we needed. Continue on with the plot.
Yeah. It's this really threadbare plot for an hour and 40 minutes, which you go, okay, well, we can take this pretty thin plot and do what we can in this hour and 40 minutes. Hour and 40 minutes might be more time than we need. But there's so much time spent talking about Malbosia's backstory that doesn't matter at all. And talking about stuff on Earth that doesn't really matter. Like, there was really no need for an explanation of the Steve character. There's really no need for an explanation of the Garrett character. Because once we get into Minecraft... okay, we get that Garrett is like a tool man-child. We get that Steve is like Steve from Minecraft. He's Jack Black. He's our, well, I guess, Garrett, Jason Momoa is more of our, like, Obi-Wan. I really like, there's this wonderful fake out where Jason Momoa is surrounded and Jack Black and child Noah are like, hey, you should come get on this blimp with us. And he's like, nah, I gotta, like, fake my own death for about, like, 40 minutes.
Commit something.
Yeah.
That I can't say in the Minecraft movie.
What's like, suicide?
Dude, they didn't,
they used the word unalive a couple times.
Yeah. And I was like, I guess they're not allowed to say suicide.
There is a weird amount of like, there's a fair amount of craps.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple hells. There's some hex.
Mm-hmm. Was there hell?
There was at least, I want to say 2 hells. There was more than 1 hell.
Really? I feel like I didn't hear the hell. I feel like I've heard poop a couple of times.
There's a couple poops. There's a couple craps, dumps, dumperoos, butts.
Yeah, yep.
It's very, and that's why I don't want to be like, you know, here's my list of everything wrong with the Minecraft movie. Here's the reasons how we can make this plot stronger. Here are all the, you know, flaws with these characters that are really not that interesting at all. And how it's basically just like, hey, here's wish fulfillment for your 9-year-old for 1 hour and 40 minutes so they'll shut up. That's, you know, that's mean. That's not nice to the Minecraft movie. Because I did have fun watching this.
I had so much fun. That was worth every dollar. I gotta pay you back.
You're all gonna eat your chips.
You're gonna get money anyway.
Okay. But I don't want to just dump on this incessantly.
But yeah, we have to be critics because
I mean we have to talk about the what is something that you really liked about the Minecraft movie that we haven't already mentioned?
I think definitely it's full of just a bunch of one-liners. The movie felt to me just like a bunch of one-liners with the backdrop of Minecraft CGI.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was like, this is what I expected. This is what I got. This is exactly what I enjoyed. And if I were to dissect it even more, it's not the best movie in the world, even though I really want it to be, because I never knew that the Minecraft world is Wyoming. That shit, that's the best line in the entire movie.
I do think it is decently funny. There's a lot of jokes that, like, I'll take a big dumperoo on your planet. It's like, alright, that's not for me.
Not for me.
But Jason Momoa and Jack Black do have good timing, and Dawn has good timing, and Noah's a little stilted, but that's fine.
Oh, well.
And it's a decently funny movie.
It is, yeah.
It wasn't boring. It had a sense of humor to it, which I liked. It would be a worse movie if it wasn't funny. It took itself really seriously.
If it had bad jokes, I would not have enjoyed it. But there was good jokes like, "Are you Finnish?" No, I think he's Swedish.
Yeah.
And Minecraft is a Swedish game. That's genius.
Oh, is that why it got you so much? Because I thought like that, just the fact that it was a pun, like, just
it's
erupted
a pun,
you.
And the fact that Minecraft is Swedish, where I'm like, oh my god, double layered. That is amazing. That's why I'm like, that's so good.
Okay, you erupted at that moment. I did, and I was just like, that joke really worked for Joel.
Anything that's like a double entendre with a pun, I'm like,
that's high class writing. All right, what else? What else is good about them? I think the music overall,
they did pretty good.
Pretty fun. Yeah, it's your Jack Black ending song kind of has a pump to it. There's a weird, when Steve first shows up, there is a pop song that I recognized but felt off.
Yeah.
But it's like, this is kind of a nice song, but it's kind of weird to when we have Jack Black stabbing these zombies through the heart. That's another thing. Is it? I don't know if you could show this movie to like a 6-year-old, because it's like kind of graphic. It's in like a weird way.
There's a lot of death. They're like the body count of death here is kind of really high. And I was like keeping track of it myself, and I'm like, oh my god, I cannot count how many villagers.
We do see a villager just get shot in the face.
There's a lot of death.
And it's not like, blood and viscera as he gets like Chinatown or anything like that. But, like the zombies like ripping their arms off.
I'm like, that, it's kind of graphic for a children's movie. Like, I guess because they're entirely block people, it's so easy to get away with.
But then we're also saying unalive.
Yeah.
There's this weird kind of tone where it's like kid gloves in the language, but kind of, I don't want to say graphic, because that's not, we don't see blood or viscera or anything like that. But, we will kind of have like our leads stabbing pigmen in the stomachs and stuff like that. And it's like, What else did I like about the Minecraft movie? I thought the props were pretty good.
Yeah.
The Minecraft swords.
Yep.
That
Those
all
looked really
the
cool.
real stuff that they had to touch.
Yep.
That all looked
Very
pretty
nice.
cool.
I know there's at least one more
Yeah.
thing. I'm trying to find it.
Jason Momoa was good. Jack Black was good. I like Dawn. I don't remember that actress's name. The vice principal was fine, but that's like a weird amount of time to dedicate to this.
To like a C plot.
Yeah.
Even though I very much enjoyed watching a villager get hit by a car.
It's like that kind of stuff where it's like, yeah, alright, we're gonna say it alive, but we're also gonna hit this guy with a car. And there's not gonna be any blood or anything, but you will see him bounce around and your kid will be like, is that allowed? Can you hit people with cars and it's just okay? It's like, no, that's not how it works.
We have to think of at least one more.
What is at least one more good? There's no nether dragon. I thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah, it surprised me. I thought like another drag, like they would just follow like the game where you have to kill an ender dragon, and they would figure out if we put down a bed and blow it up, we could kill this dragon.
I thought of another funny thing. This isn't something that I think is like inherently good, but it's something that I liked when not Noah, Henry. Kid kind of looks like a Noah, though. When Henry / Hank is sneaking upstairs in the Woodland Mansion, and he's digging through all these chests and he's finding all these cool props and whatnot, and he turns around into an Enderman, and Enderman like does like a Naruto genjutsu on him, and he's like, "All right, here's your sister telling you that you suck.
You suck.
Here's Steve saying that you will never be creative. Here's Jason Momoa saying that you suck. Here's Jason Momoa throwing your book into the fire. Ooh, Noah, Hank, you blow, dude." I thought just the image in Minecraft of a book being burned is very funny, and it's like this just disparate tone that I think sometimes works to this movie's favor, at least for me. I like Minecraft needed more book burnings. I think maybe that's my take here.
I do like the Minecraft book burnings. We do need more of those.
Yeah.
And I like during the evil scenes, like you suck. They had the Minecraft painting in the background.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Was it like the in-game Minecraft paintings?
Yeah, the in-game Minecraft paintings. Like, oh, that's a very good detail.
Like, here's the skull on fire, or here's the guy. That's cool. I didn't notice that.
And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Never mind them calling me that I suck. Where'd you get that painting?
Yeah, whoa, can I like right click on that and like swap them out a couple times to get like the right one?
I did like that Enderman scene. I think that was an accurate way to fight an Enderman. I haven't played Minecraft since Xbox.
Well,
but I think they like spam until they die, then you get the Ender Pearl. And that Ender Pearl did come in handy at the end, but they ended up just having Jason Momoa
like show up on his little gas ride.
And it's like, if you poke it with a stick, it shoots stuff out. And they never answer how he figured it out. And
but
I'm like,
that's kind of like a fun joke thing where it's like, yeah, Jason Momoa did poke this thing in the undercarriage a couple times to figure out how fireballs came out.
I wonder what that's implying.
Yeah. The Enderman thing, I am by no means a Minecraft expert. Endermen are one of the tougher enemies to fight in Minecraft. And even in the movie, Jack Black says, dude, I almost died fighting an Enderman. And Steve is like our top guy. So the stakes continue to fall out through the bottom when our like self-insert child character is just like,
beginner's luck.
And the Enderman's like, stop, dude, stop, take it, fine.
Maybe it was one of the lower Endermen.
Yeah. We also only saw, I think, that one Enderman.
That was the only Enderman. The sound design of just using a bunch of Minecraft sound effects.
I do really like that. When the villagers first went, and the sheep went, and like hearing that on the big screen really did lock me into the movie.
I was like, oh yeah, this is Minecraft.
If they like re-recorded a sheep sound or anything like that, wouldn't have worked as well as...
Like, that's not Minecraft.
Yeah, I need to hear the real Minecraft sheep sound. And sometimes they would... I don't spend all my time in Minecraft, like, listening to all the villagers, but I would hear, like, oh, I don't know if that one's in Minecraft, but that's fine. But just, like, when we're first in there...
They put those iconic sounds in there, and it was like, okay, yeah, that's Minecraft.
This sounds like a Minecraft movie. This looks about as good as a Minecraft movie can look.
In, like, terms of, like, a big Hollywood budget kind of stuff.
But kid-friendly. Like, you could probably go for, like, a really weird... Oh, man, who's the puppet guy? Who did Dark Crystal?
I've only seen Oppenheimer.
You've only seen Oppenheimer, okay. You could go... I would not want to see Christopher Nolan's Minecraft movie. That would be really tedious.
It would be 3 hours long. Yeah.
Don't you get it? The Minecraft was love. No. We bombed the Woodland Temple. No. FDR. No. Or Truman. I don't know. I didn't like... There is a scarier, more adult, pulpier version of this movie that is too edgy to make and an unrealistic expectation where it's like, yeah, we're gonna dig into our characters of, you know, this is them trying to be creative and this is the world dumping on them. And these are all the really freaky monster designs that we're gonna put out. But like, on the other hand, the Vindicators, the Axe guys chasing Hank, I was like, these guys just look weird. If I was 6, I wouldn't want to watch this. Yeah. This is too scary for me.
Like, you could make a great Minecraft creepypasta like Herobrine in a movie setting. Yeah. But no one's gonna spend money on that.
No one's gonna spend money on that. But I do think there is a better version of this movie that really wouldn't require that much more effort in, like, the scripting stage. I don't know if we're gonna get the movie to look any better, and we can't just give this, I don't know, 10-year-old, 12-year-old actor Jack Black talent.
Yeah.
Some of his dialogue was really wooden, but he's also a baby, and I am also not a good actor, so I understand. Dude.
I can't act. They're acting a lot better than I can.
Yeah, I guess. Did you like this more or less than Oppenheimer?
You know, with these two movies...
Of the two movies you've seen, Minecraft and Oppenheimer.
I'd like to think I'm literally Oppenheimer.
He's literally you?
I'm literally him. I walk exactly like him. I did laugh a lot more in the Minecraft movie than I did laugh at Oppenheimer. I will say that. And if I'm going purely off laughter, I gotta give it to Minecraft. But if I'm going off not of laughter, I have to go with Oppenheimer.
See, this is someone, like a little kid just came out. He's got like a big stupid bee thing. And that's
a Minecraft.
Yeah, like that kid obviously just saw the Minecraft movie. And I'm sure he had a great time. And for that, I am happy that, like, if I'm super into Minecraft, I do probably really like this movie. If I'm, 10 and I haven't seen Sonic 3, I haven't seen Peak Cinema yet. Yeah. This is far more fun than Oppenheimer.
A lot more fun.
I would rather watch this than Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer's probably a better quote unquote movie.
Better.
But if you can get your homies. And you're hanging out.
It's Minecraft.
You're watching the Minecraft movie. You're gonna have a good time, I think.
Minecraft movie had a lot more explosions than Oppenheimer. Despite Oppenheimer being known as Mr. Explosion.
That was his little moniker.
It was.
I think Oppenheimer can be literally you. I think I'm literally going to become Garrett Garbage Man last name and sin.
You think so?
I think I'm actually literally him. I think they might have taken that character off of my likeness.
Oh my god.
I think I might want like a big pink frill jacket and like disgusting pit vipers. And I'm gonna be like a schlub that owns a video game shop that is not profitable.
I think you should do that. Yeah. I feel like you need to attend one of those auctions for the storage units.
Yeah.
That's your next step.
I think so. I think I need to buy pit vipers.
Yeah.
And get a pink leather jacket type thing.
I think it'll work.
I think so. All right.
I also like the parallel of they made everything as cubed as possible. Like the storage unit, that's a cube. The perfume that they give it is a cube.
I did notice. I thought the perfume there. Yeah, there is some nice kind of attention to detail with stuff like that. But on the other hand, Steve puts a lantern on his chest. You can't do that in Minecraft. That's
true.
not allowed.
No, it's not. They're playing the modded version, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. That's probably why everything looked weird.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they had the RTX on.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I didn't say it earlier in the art design part. The skeletons.
Oh, the skeletons.
I love the way the skeletons look. As weird as the villagers looked, the skeletons made up for it. They're perfectly creepy. They're so textured in the face. They're so animated. They've got these great, like, open rib cage.
So good.
Just love them. Just love them.
Did they have any spiders in there?
They had skeletons on spiders, but I don't think there was, like, spiders separately running around that I saw.
Spiders are a classic. I'm surprised they didn't have them by their own. I guess they didn't want to scare them with big, scary spider, you know?
But, like, on the other hand, we'll have Vindicators chasing your little self-insert kid character with an axe.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot less scary than spiders, you know? Like, if I see an axe murderer, I get less of a reaction than when I see a spider the quarter mile versus a axe wielder. Like, whoa!
I mean, in real life, yes. Yeah. The Minecraft movie spiders it's a Minecraft movie spider. It would be big and it would be freaky. And if you're already afraid of spiders, that's not going to help you. But I think they looked much better than the Vindicators that got a lot more screen time. And I think that's kind of a strange decision. But taste is tastes. I don't know. Do you have any other closing thoughts on the Minecraft movie and or Oppenheimer? Very similar films.
They are very similar films. In fact, I wish Oppenheimer was the 1 hour, 40-minute movie, and I wish the Minecraft movie was the 3-hour movie. They needed to switch directors.
That would be great.
I think it would actually be better films if they switched the directors.
Okay, so if you can get an hour and 20 more minutes out of this Minecraft movie to make it a 3-hour-long Minecraft movie, what are you putting into this movie? You can't take anything out.
Can't take anything out.
But you can put anything in. Like, for example, I put in the scene where Steve and Hank are like, hey, Malbosia, come dance with us, dude. Let's have a dance party. And creativity, we gotta support each other as creatives. You know, we can't let the world hold us down. And Malbosia's like, dude, that's so great. I'm literally gonna give Jason Momoa, I'm literally going to give you a bunch of gold to boost your shop. I'm going to try to, like, with my extra 2 hours of this Minecraft movie, I'm going to try to, like, just get a bit more connective tissue to some of these plot points that I think would make the film stronger overall. What are you adding into the Minecraft movie?
Let's see. If I had an extra 2 hours to add to the Minecraft movie, I think with Maldosia, I don't think she was a good main villain. I think Herobrine should have been in it. I think that he could have been the big bad, overseeing everything in this world.
What would your Herobrine... So, like, walk me through what Herobrine does. Like, what's his plan? Like, we know Malbosia wants the blue orb so that she can do things that she could already do. But what does Herobrine want? Does he also want the blue orb? And what does he want the blue orb for?
No, I don't think he wants the blue orb. I think he just needs to be there because all my years of playing Minecraft on the Xbox, I was informed about Herobrine. And I was very, very scared of him. And if I got to see him on the big screen for 2 hours, I'd be very, very scared, very, very sweaty, and I'd be like, this movie's really good. It's making me feel good. And I guess the main plot would be, there could only be one real Steve.
Okay. It's almost kind of like, yeah, this movie would have benefited from a second evil Jack Black. I see what you're going for now.
We take the best actor and make him play another role.
We Sonic 3 Jack Black. We say, we take Jim Carrey, we do him again. People loved it in Sonic 3, let's do it with Jack Black. I think that's a better movie if Jack Black is also Herobrine, and I think he could pull it off.
Because I think during that scene where they were making Hank see all the bad visions. They gave Jack Black the white eyes.
Yeah.
And I was like, Herobrine. So he was technically already shown.
I wonder if... That would be... Because, like, if you're a visual effects artist working on... Minecraft. I was going to say Halloween for a second. The Halloween movie. The Minecraft movie. I think I do take my Jack Black T-pose animation and, like, shove him into a corner and, like, quickly go into DaVinci Resolve and, like...
Yeah.
Just scribble out his eyes. Yeah. Okay. So... This movie would be improved by 2 Jack Blacks.
2 Jack Blacks?
Okay.
Simply having Herobrine there would have made the movie better.
Yeah.
If given 2 extra hours.
Yeah, 2 extra hours to really develop the Herobrine character.
And if I were to remove 2 hours of Oppenheimer, I would remove all the scenes with Oppenheimer.
I think if I was removed 2 hours... Well, okay, so what's the hour I keep of Oppenheimer?
I would keep all the parts where Oppenheimer's not on screen. So Oppenheimer is just some enigma. You see a giant explosion. Then you're like, well, that's the movie.
I think I actually, my favorite scene of Oppenheimer, and I love doing these videos where I can, like, force someone to listen to my Oppenheimer opinions in my sweaty hot car.
Please tell me.
I think it's Florence Pugh is, like, getting ready to mount Oppenheimer, and she goes, "Hey, Oppenheimer, what does this book say?" And he goes, "I have become death, destroyer of worlds." And then she's like, "Oh!" As she, mounts him. I think I would just do that for an hour. I think I would just have that for an hour on loop. I would bust a gut laughing.
Every single time.
I ruined the theater of experience for many people, because in this dead quiet movie where, what does this book say? It says, "I have become death, destroyer of worlds." I am bursting out laughing. I am fucking furiously kicking the seat in front of me.
That is the best scene in the movie.
So I think that's what I keep in Oppenheimer. I do that for an hour.
We keep that. That's the only scene Oppenheimer's allowed to be in. Everything else with him, remove it.
Get it at trash. Garbage.
We have it to where, Oppenheimer, what does it say? "I have become death, the destroyer of worlds." Then it's just the explosion scene.
What if Florence Pugh is getting ready to mount Oppenheimer and she goes, "Hey, what does this say?" And Oppenheimer goes, "I am Steve." And we go, "Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!"
Oh my, I think they can connect the Minecraft movie and Oppenheimer together, because after World War II, I'm pretty sure Japan made video games or something.
They do, was it Atari thing?
Anime and Atari,
And Atari. Is Atari a Japanese company?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's what Garrett was really into.
Yeah, he loves it. Garrett probably loves anime.
So he definitely loves anime.
Garrett loves Naruto,
so,
guaranteed.
In a way, the Minecraft movie is a sequel to Oppenheimer, which really helps with my understanding of how movies work now.
Yeah. And you know what? In that way, Minecraft is better than Oppenheimer. It is as a sequel goes, Minecraft is superior.
Yes, I agree.
I think it told a stronger story than Oppenheimer.
Stronger story,
with the great foundation funnier. That Oppenheimer built.
Like Oppenheimer, great movie. I love it. But it is definitely just the foundation to set up for the masterpiece of the Minecraft movie and the world that it holds. Much more explosions, much funnier,
more gas,
flint steel, chicken jockey,
boots of swiftness, chicken jockey,
reproductive with a villager.
Yep, villager reproduction. So with the introduction to what I guess is the Minecraft cinematic universe based on the back of the headshot of that red-haired woman named Alex, where, if we go from Oppenheimer to the Minecraft movie, what does Minecraft 3 look like?
Oh, Minecraft 3, okay, so we have...
Minecraft 2, Oppenheimer 3.
Yes, okay, Oppenheimer 3. So we know that they have smartphones, and that looked like an iPhone. So they're in modern times right now.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, so with modern times, we gotta think a little bit into the future then, if that's where Oppenheimer 3 is going to take place. Okay. Let's see. Who's our modern day Oppenheimer?
Do you think Steve has magic powers?
I think,
like in the real world?
Yeah, I feel like he should, you know?
Yeah, I feel like Steve could be like our new Oppenheimer.
I think Steve is Oppenheimer. Because it's going to be a great parallel where Oppenheimer is the destroyer and Steve is the creator. And then that's how we transition into a biblical story.
Wait, are you saying that Minecraft 2 Oppenheimer 3 is really a story about Jesus?
It's going to be a Jesus story.
That would be pretty good. Circling back to the Minecraft movie, one thing I did like, I like the message of, hey, it's easier to create than to destroy. Destroying things is the easier option. That, just as itself, I think is a good theme.
It's a fantastic
and I wish
message.
the movie was better at building itself around that.
Yep.
The fact that it's presented, alright, you get your thematic checkbox, but if the movie would be stronger if it was just a little bit tighter to that theme.
If they focused within that, because it felt like they just dropped that line there, and it's like, all right,
we did it.
We did it.
We
guys.
taught your stupid kid a lesson. Minecraft movie?
Minecraft movie.
Okay. Minecraft movie.